An experienced manager sees a phone screen as a way to thin the herd, so to speak, and reserve face-to-face interviews for the strongest candidates. She's been stuck in enough painful one-hour meetings to now schedule 30-minute phone screens while actually booking 60 minutes on her schedule. This gives her flexibility to spend more time with impressive candidates while avoiding a commitment of more than 30 minutes for unqualified ones. Some candidates so poorly communicate on the phone that at 15 minutes, the manager says something like, "Well, I'm done. Any questions?" Because she would just as soon throw herself off a ledge than spend another minute with the candidate. It could also be that you're such a strong candidate that at 15 minutes, she knows that she wants you to move forward in the process. How can you tell the difference? You may find that she volunteers information like, say, next steps or timing. She might tell you about all the good things in her department or even ask about your availability next week. Maybe she takes a particular interest in what other organizations you're interviewing with because she's concerned that she might lose you to another company. Of course, none of this guarantees success, but it's certainly better than hearing her say, "Thank you, we'll be in touch." As a general rule, the more concrete and definitive the next steps, the better position you're in. The more ambiguous or vague, the worse position you're in. As a candidate, if she doesn't talk about next steps, it may not bode well for you. Work to move things forward to a face-to-face meeting or whatever the next step is in that particular process. If you're getting bad vibes and really want to know where she stands, ask if she has her calendar available to schedule a follow-up face-to-face meeting. You'll definitely get a reaction. Pushing for a face-to-face meeting isn't necessarily a bad strategy. For one, it's harder to dismiss someone in person. Also, some candidates are simply more impressive face-to-face. There's been several occasions where I eventually hired a candidate who I had dismissed after the phone interview. Why? Either someone I work with or the candidate himself convinced me of the value of a face-to-face interview. Remember, you had a phone interview because someone thought you worthy of an interview. In my book, that means the job is yours to lose. Something on your resume, in your background, or possibly from a recommendation was of interest. It can be very helpful to understand what that is to capitalize upon it. For example, you might consider beginning your interview with a question like, "Why am I a candidate?" Or, "Why, of all the applicants, were you interested in speaking to me?" A good interviewer might say, "You tell me," or "That's what we're here to find out," while another might actually tell you, therefore helping you understand what experiences or skills she sees value in. This knowledge can help better leverage your strengths, as well as give you insights into possible weaknesses. Regardless of whether you get the job, this type of feedback can help you next time. Say you're interested in a similar position at another company. You might consider putting more emphasis on these particular skills.